Hey guys, we're going to do another review this time again, and it's a spinning reel. And as you can see, I have a new setup, and it's no longer my typical phone setup like it usually is. So yeah. So the reel I want to do is a long do review, and reel that I haven't done it in English. I think I did it back in the day in my native language, but I haven't done it in English. So it's a nice reel, and it's to replace the Stratic CF4 Plus. So we're talking about this reel, the 2020 Vanford, and I went with the C2000, and this is the S model, and it's a JDM reel, so it's from Japan. I ordered this from Japan, and as you can see, the box is either black or dark gray. And so they went with the Vanford name because, as you know, they also have the Stratic FL with K, and they also have the Stratic CI4 Plus. So to avoid any confusion, Shimano changed the name to Vanford for the year of 2020 to replace the Stratic CI4 Plus. So yeah, so let's dig into this reel. So it came with the schematic as usual for those who want to service themselves or clean the reel themselves. Here's the handle. Here's the reel. Here's the shim washer. So next time I'll do a video explaining what is the shim washer is for. Oops, sorry. If we get a lot of likes for this video. Here's the clear sticker tape. Stick around for at the end of the video if you guys want to know what this is for. It's actually pretty interesting. I do research on it, and what I thought it is not what it is. So it's actually very useful if you actually use it. But stick around to the end of the video. I will explain what this is for. Okay, so let's put this away and let's get to the reel. Oh, by the way, I took out that tape that it came with the reel because I was kind of like checking on it, and I kind of took it off. Forgot about I'm gonna do a review because I was checking the reel if anything went bad, so I could return it if it went bad. But it's a good one. I have a good one. So I don't have to send it back because it came all the way from Japan. But I don't want to do all that hassle returning it. So as usual, anything above like 100 or 150 right now is threading handle for Shimano, so which is good. It's more premium in my opinion. It's no longer the through-in axle handle shaft that you have to screw the end cap. This one just a screw-in handle, so it's much better. Okay, so it's pretty nice and smooth for the price point. The belt tricker, the belt trick, it's very crisp as usual from Shimano. The drag cap clicker, it's kind of like a muted sound. The drag is very crisp as usual, expected by Shimano. Yeah, so it's a very smooth reel. Okay, so let's see the spec of this reel. So here's the spec in the reel. If you guys want to pause the video. So I opted for a slower gear ratio because I prefer slower speed of reeling, and I don't fish that fast, so that's why I went with a slower gear ratio. I know it's a little turn off using a shallow spool, but it's actually pretty nice if you understand the idea and the concept behind it. I know it's a little weird but if you using shallow spool, because if you look at it, you cannot put much line, and the US counterpart is actually pretty deep. You could put a lot of line. I think you could put I think almost 200 yards with 4-pound line, and they say that it's 165 yards for 6 pounds. So if you go with 4 pounds, that's close to almost 300 yards. So that's a lot of line for the US counterpart. It's made in Malaysia, as you can see, and this reel comes with Long Stroke Spool, HAGANE Gear, HAGANE design body. I think the handle is 40 millimeter. It's made of aluminum, or I think steel. I could be wrong. Step down knob as usual from Shimano. One piece bell. Came with the ARC spool, MGL rotor, MicroModule 2, C4 plus component body. It's the ball bearing is made out of ARB ball bearing, anti-rust, and it's saltwater friendly. But those of you who want to use this saltwater, make sure you clean the air after every session, because it might destroy your reel. But I don't fish saltwater because I don't live close to the ocean. But you could do it if you want to. It's very light. It's 5.3 ounces, and it's a pretty good high-end for reel for like those who have for example, if this is your first high-end reel, you're gonna love it. That's all I'm saying. It's very nice. But for me, I've been using I use the Stella. I don't own it, I use it. I own the Vanquish, and I use those, and after you come back to this is no longer high-end to you. Your expectation gonna change, and you have more expectation of this reel, and it doesn't meet that high-end expectation anymore. But if this is your first high-end reel, you can't tell the difference. Okay, so it's very good reel. I'm not knocking it, I'm just explaining. That's, if you have those experience, you're gonna have a different opinion. They say the startup inertia is much more low startup inertia, but as for me, I've been using a lot of reel. This one still have some resistance. I I know you can't tell from typical use, but like I've been using a lot of high-end reel, and this one is smooth, but the resistance still there. I heard that the 2200, the 2500 have much better low startup inertia compared to this one, and plus this one have a short handle, so which is gonna feel a little resistant. So yeah, so this reel is actually pretty good. If you want to dive into a high-end reel, this one's a good beginning high-end reel. And it's very nice. But there is a reel. Sorry about that. I just hit the camera stand. There's a reel that I have used and owned, and it's the older brother or the much better quality of this reel, and it's also 2000 size too. So I guess that's my soft spot, 2000 size. Well, that's what I prefer, and I don't like the 1000 because 1000, 2000 is so similar. There's not really much different on it. So the reel I'm talking about is sorry, going off tangent there, but the reel I'm talking about is this reel, the Shimano Complex XR. This is the S2002 or 2000S. It's a 2000 model, and this one is a little much lighter than that one, and it's smooth as out of the box as it's never been used. I've been using this reel for a while now, and it's still smooth as out of the box. It's much lighter because due to the handle is CI4, not aluminum or metal like that one. This one also made in Malaysia, but the quality and the ball bearing, I think this one had one extra ball bearing or two, I could be wrong. The drag washer is carbon drag washer, and this one came with a feature Shimano called a rapid drag, which when the fish take it, it's gonna like when you hit a certain threshold, the line will peel off pretty quick. So it's a very good feature that they feature into this reel. So the Vanford doesn't have it. Only the Complex have it. And as you can see, they're similar in body shape and design. Only a little design different in the spool. And I like this one better because this one's very neutral. You can put into any rod and it'll fit into it. Like this one you must have to have like a dark rod, like black or anything like that, or must have red and I'm OCD like that. I like my stuff to be matchy. So if you like to be match, this one is kind of hard to match some rod, but this one could match almost every rod because due to the color is kind of like dark gray, gunmetal, silvery, and it's much a neutral color, and it will match everything you put. So that's one well, that's just my biased opinion, but yeah. So they're both great reel, but this is a better high quality, and in terms of smoothness and in terms of lightness, this was much lighter. But yeah, okay, so as promised, let's go to the clear tape that I mentioned. Okay, so this clear tape, it's a very useful thing that neither Shimano talked about, and they never put it online, or they did and I don't pay attention. But from what I read, or for the research that I did, or the info that I got from reading online, these things actually useful thing is you actually utilize it. So what you do is you take one of this strip, you take it off, and you take your reel and you put on it, and you put it right here, right under here, under the foot. This is the foot. So you put it there, and you take a Sharpie and you write the pound line that you put on the reel itself, so you know what line that you're using for this reel. But I think due to the fact that we always have our reel on the rod and we rarely could not see it, I guess to me it's not important to use it because you can't really see it, but you constantly switching reel, then you can see it. You say, oh yeah, this reel I use like this such and such pound line, so that's what it's for. So it's to put here and use a Sharpie or permanent marker and write the pound line that you put on the spool. So that's what you use for, okay? You guys ever curious why you're getting all this clear tape and you don't know what to do with it? That is what this clear tape is for. It's useful if you actually realize it, but if you don't, there's nothing wrong with it. Not everybody will use it, and like I say, most of the people, they rarely take the reel off the rod. So whatever rod they stick it in, that reel is gonna stick to that rod for almost like forever, until they buy something nice or something new to pair with. But yeah, so there you go. So thank you for watching, and if you have any thoughts or opinion, please jot down below about the reel, and please like and subscribe and share this video, and we'll do more of the stuff like this. Thank you for watching.